the show where I take a break from the headlines. From Jaden Jefferson Report Studios, this is Out the Loop. Welcome to Out the Loop. I'm Jaden Jefferson, and on today's show, I'm joined by friend and local radio host Eric Chase, and we're talking all things fall.
I'm going to break your heart.
Here we go.
I have never been a pumpkin spice person. I never liked the taste, so I don't really get involved in the debate. If you want to spend $4 here, $6 there, if you want to make your own pumpkin spice at home, I will say that I do prefer the winter drinks, like the gingerbread latte type things.
That's fair.
I'm not much of a pumpkin person. Pumpkin seeds, pumpkin pie, pumpkin ice cream, I'll pass. But here's the heartbreaking part. I stopped drinking coffee back in March.
Why? Do you like yourself?
I do.
Okay, just checking.
I do. And to be quite, my stomach was bust. So I was having stomach issues, and the coffee, and I drink black coffee, which is strong, potent stuff, was making my stomach like volcanic. And it wasn't any food activating it, but when I would drink the coffee, I would feel awful. So I stopped drinking the coffee, and I was grumpy, as you might expect, for 2 days. But after that, it's been smooth sailing. I know.
So the creamer couldn't resolve the volcanic stomach issue?
So I have considered, like, if I wanted to get like a latte or something like that, if it would have the same effect. But it's been months now, and I've considered, let me try something to see if things settle down, that the lining of my stomach is all healed, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, you know what? I don't want to get re-addicted to it. And I have an extra half an hour, if not more, from sitting at a coffee place every morning, getting my morning ready and doing that before going to the gym. Now it's just up, out of bed, and off to the gym. So I don't want to reawaken the dragon.
That is just, obviously we're talking about fall here, but that I feel like is the worst way to go into fall. No coffee, you're up for the gym that early. I mean, that just doesn't seem ideal in any situation.
I know. I feel like I've done myself a disservice. I am a defender of strong, plain black coffee. And now I can no longer claim that. And that minority has diminished by one, which is not good.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, obviously, your opinion on coffee, not a great one, but maybe you'll have a better one with regard to fall weather. How do you feel about that? And please let it be better.
So I don't have a problem with fall per se, especially as the world is all weird and our seasons have kind of shifted, even though we had a pretty traditional, like conventional winter, spring, summer transition, as opposed to years in the past where it didn't get like spring-like until after Mother's Day. So we'll see if typical fall weather, 50s, 60s, settles late September, early October, because recently it's been scorching hot some days into the middle of October.
Yeah.
Taking that out of the equation, I don't like fall, only because winter looms. So I got no problem with fall, only the fact that like winter is next.
Well, you just kind of have to block that out. That's called self-care. You have to block that part out or it's going to ruin the experience. I mean, there are a lot of pluses to this. I mean, if you're someone like me and you just have a few extra pounds, fall is like a Christmas gift that came early.
Something people here don't vocalize a whole lot. Like, I think a lot of people who say and believe they love fall and winter as opposed to spring and summer, it's because they know they're a little heavier and it allows them to show less skin and wear more layers. And I respect that. I don't respect the fact that you don't admit to that, though.
Well, I mean, why would we? I mean, it's a secret. It's insider information.
Spring and fall are fantastic for, I think, the calendar type things. For me, in spring, winter is finally ending. March Madness, baseball season is starting. For fall, football kicks up, both college and pro. I do love Halloween. So the seasons and what's in the calendar of them, I like them most. But when it comes to extremes, give me, even though I hate the humidity, give me 94 over 14 degrees.
That's not a good take. I don't know. I I
Sorry,
just I just feel like when you have 4 90-degree days, you would kind of be begging for fall. But I guess everyone's built differently.
nobody ever skidded out on the non-existent black humidity while they're driving. I've never had to track humidity into my home and shake it off before I go inside, like with the snow. So
You know what you do track into your home? Those sweat beads.
that's fine.
It smells crazy.
I get into the air conditioning and the fan, and I'm totally good.
I will
Right.
say though, there is one other thing that happens during fall, and it's obviously the Instagram posts. You have to have a hot take on this.
I don't know. I mean, I see it year round, especially how things pick up real fast and they die just as quickly, and then something else pops up. Is there a specific like hashtag or trend you're referring to?
Nothing in particular. You just know the type. When you see it, you can call it.
I have done a good job of filtering my feeds so that crap doesn't come my way. That's my self-care. Curating my feed so things I don't like don't come my way.
Well, I have to ask about this too, because I know you're a big movie guy. I know you watch a lot of shows. What is your ideal fall weekend? Which shows and movies will you be streaming during the fall season?
That's a good question. Good question. Again, you didn't prep me for this.
See, I keep it on the spot because you were out the loop. Get it?
So I saw that Squid Game season 2 will be out, but that's like right around Christmas. I know a lot of the streamers have pushed some big releases towards Christmas, like Christmas Day movies. Here's what I do like about modern entertainment. Um, it used to be like TV shows ran from, they split the season. It would go from like your season premieres would be like in September. They'd go to like Thanksgiving. Then there was holiday programming. Then they'd come back for the second half of the season, mid-January, February, and then run until mid-May. And like network TV typically does that. Like the only network TV I like, and this is like old person stuff, I love the Chicago shows on NBC, and I'm all Law and Order. That's the only stuff I put network TV on for. But what I do like is shows can pop up. Like there is no hot time of year to start a show. Good shows come out like tomorrow or next week or in April. They can come out at any time. So I'm glad that quality shows or movies aren't tied to a date on a calendar anymore.
I can kind of agree with that, but I feel like if you're going to be watching network TV, I would have thought like an Abbott Elementary more so a mockumentary type show. But that's an interesting take because you're like the first person I've heard that says they watch the prime time on NBC. That's new.
I know of Abbott Elementary, and I know it's highly thought of it. I know it's also from Philadelphia, so you think I'd have a real interest in it. Um, I don't I don't like humorous shows like sitcoms, and I'm telling you, like those NBC shows are the only things I turn on NBC for, or networks for the most part. And I used to have an antenna to get the over-the-air channels, but I am still so modern in this way. I will stream them from my phone because I can, you can watch live stuff on your phone, and I just stream it to my TV from there. So it's not like I changed the channel. I just beam it from my phone.
See, so that's the perfect way of spending your weekend. Your phone controlling your TV, and you don't have to socialize with a single person because everybody knows it's cold.
Well, for those shows, I do watch them when they come on. Wednesday nights is the Chicago night, and Thursday are Law and Order nights. But my weekends are the same as they are in the summertime. There's one night where I decompress, and it's pizza and drinks and video games. I'm kind of lazy the next day, and then the day after that, if I still have, if there's not a work event involved in something, I'll prepare for the week. Maybe I'll start a show, but I've really found that I will try to do other things on my weekend besides watch things, because I like coming home knowing that I have something to watch. Like I watch House of the Dragon, which I'm hate watching now. I save it for Monday after work, and I just avoid spoilers. So I like knowing that I can come home from work and watch something, because it's not like those old days where it's like, hey, Full House is on. Hey, Family Ties is on tonight. So I put shows aside for myself during the week to come home and watch it after dinner and stuff.
You know what show I've started watching again that I'm probably going to keep watching into the fall? I just thought about it. I've become a big Modern Family guy recently.
Fair enough. I know it's a great show.
It's a quality show.
What about it pulled you back in?
I've kind of gotten more into the mockumentary shows. I really have. I think that's my type of humor now. I kind of prefer a show that isn't, I don't want it to feel scripted. You know what I mean? I don't want the dramatics, because I'll fall asleep.
Right.
But I have to say, though, the fall season's going to give me plenty of time to do that. So is there anything else on your checklist personally that you have?
For fall, it's Halloween. As much as I have showcased my ambivalence or apathy towards fall or fear of what's coming in November and December, I love Halloween. When I was a kid, my best friend, his brothers were extremely creative. So they would always create like this horror scene out of their garage, and it would be a big deal around the neighborhood. I made some very hideous homemade superhero costumes for Halloween. I loved trick or treating and the challenge of like how late, how long, what kind of stamina did I have? Could I get good stuff? So I like that Halloween it's in a spot where it can be pretty weather friendly. Um, it's been warm recently. Nothing is worse than like coats over costumes on Halloween. I love haunted attractions. I've been to Haunted Hydro a bunch. I wish we had more haunted attractions. Like I know there was Terror Town at Lucas County Fair for a while. That was before me, I think. But I love haunted attractions. I love just about all things Halloween. I used to do a feature on one of my old stations and here where we did Scary Saturday because Halloween music is pretty limited. If I ask you for Halloween songs that you associate with Halloween, give me the three.
Thriller, Monster Mash, and whatever else is out there.
Ghostbusters.
Of course, yeah. I forgot about that.
There's the Fresh Prince, Nightmare on My Street, and some other ones that linger. But I used to try to find songs that had something spooky either about it or in the title that made sense to play. For instance, Justin and T.I., Dead and Gone, or The Killers. And I think it went over a lot of people's heads, and it was too much to explain. But Mandy Moore, Candy as a classic pop head. So, but I kind of quit doing that because it's hard to find songs that fit with Halloween. But I stretched a little far there, but it was fun while it lasted.
You just call it an untapped market.
If you call a bad idea a bad idea.
That's true. It's never going to happen. It's all right, though.